All right. Next one, specifically, I had The Dark Knight, which was the second Batman movie. But I'll let you, any of the Batman movies with Christian Bale in them. You know what? Any of the Batman movies. There's about 14 of them that have been released.
Oh, cool.
Can you tell me about any of the Batman movies that were ever made? I mean, what?
Batman, Joker,
Okay, let's pick one with Joker. There was 2 with Joker made.
Oh, Joker wasn't in all of them?
No.
Oh. I don't watch Batman. I mean...
We've watched it together.
Yeah, but...
You've tuned into the Extreme Channel. Today I have my wife. This is Mrs. X. I'm Mr. X. I have her once again at the table, and once again she doesn't know what we're going to do. And a lot of people wonder, how do you get her to do all this stuff when she doesn't even know what she's going to do? Well, it's really useful in the bedroom. I do got to tell you that. Hey, thanks for tuning in, guys. We got another episode of Mrs. X coming at you. I wouldn't say this is a top 10 countdown, but we are going to count 10 different things.
You can count to 10?
Oh,
nice.
Fuck you. Now, before we get started, I want to give a little bit of background. So we have a family tradition. What is our family tradition to spend time together that we do 5 or 6 nights a week?
Watch TV together.
We watch TV together. And watching TV is probably a loosely defined term.
Very loose.
Because every single person has a device in front of them.
Correct.
But we do interact, mostly when the kids are fighting because someone looked at someone wrong or someone's foot touched the other person and we have to intervene to yell. Or I can't hear the TV, so I turn it up to blazing loud. But anyway, we watch a variety of things. Like, what have we been watching lately?
Christmas movies.
Christmas movies. Mm-hmm. It's the Christmas season. Before that, we watched all the Matrix movies.
Yep. Yeah.
We watched Cobra Kai again for the second time.
Yep. The kids love that.
Yep. We love watching old 90s shows like Family Matters and Full House.
Yep.
Although we've never watched Fuller House. We do watch the Fuller House with the kids. Anyway, we also watch a lot of other movies. We'll do big marathons that, might last a few weeks if we watch 3 movies or... Did I say tree movies?
You might have said tree.
Tree. Mike Tyson.
Cool.
So, we might watch 3 movies or an entire series. Like, we'll watch the entire MCU, and that'll take a few months. That's Marvel Cinematic Universe. Did you know that?
Cool. No.
That's like from Iron Man all the way up to...
That's like...
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Geeky.
Anyway, so it hit me that we've watched all these movies, and Mrs. X has seen some of these movies multiple times. Does she even know what they are about?
Probably not.
So that's what today's video is. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over some movies. I picked 10 movies that we've watched multiple times together.
How many is multiple? More than 1?
More than 2.
Oh, more than 2.
Or more than 1, yes.
Oh, so just more than
At
1.
least more than 1. Some of them much more than that.
Okay.
And all of these movies are also in the IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, Top 100 list. So
Can't say I ever really go there and browse to see what's on the top.
No, the point of that is they're just popular movies.
Okay.
So you should know. And I'm guessing quite a few of these, some of them are, 20, 30 years old, you may have watched before we were even together.
Oh.
So the hope is that you know the plot, you know the characters, and that's what we're going to do. So for example, if I said, who are the main characters in Beauty and the Beast?
Oh, Belle and the Beast.
And what is the plot of the movie, loosely?
She falls in love with the Beast and turns him back to a man.
A man.
A man
okay.
Instead of a beast.
So that's what we're going to do today, but I'd like you to elaborate a little bit more, on some of these.
You're making me talk a lot.
I asked you to do that in the bedroom, too. All right, now before we get started, why don't you get away wow, you're heavy. Get away from me.
The wheels don't work. I think Grandpa broke the wheel.
Oh, my grandpa broke the wheels?
Yeah,
You hear that, Jerry? So. All right, so the reason why I want space in between us, I'll put up little pictorials of the movie right here. So when we look at each other, it's like we're talking about the movie.
I'll sit on this side of the table
no,
so I can
then you're not even in.
Hey, that's what she said.
I know.
Because we got some CGI crap going on here.
Cool.
So you had your test run. That was pretty easy.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah, it was.
So we're going to go ahead and start.
I nailed it, too.
You did. I don't think this is from easiest to most difficult, but it might be a little bit loosely. So first one, I hope you know, Back to the Future. Have you heard of that movie?
I have.
We've watched it multiple times. So who are some of the main characters?
Marty McFly.
Marty McFly, great.
Yep.
Who else? Anyone else?
The professor. I don't know what they call him, but he's like.
He's a doctor.
Yeah, doctor. Yeah. See, you're just gonna make fun of me this
I'm
whole
not
time.
making fun of you.
Yeah.
They call him Doc for short.
Oh, okay.
Emmett L. Brown. Now, do you know any of the actors who play those characters?
Yeah, Michael J. Fox.
Family Ties, right?
You're right.
That's right.
Yeah.
We should get Family Ties and watch that with the kids.
Yeah.
That would be good. So what's the plot of that movie, loosely?
Oh, they go back in time. They have a car. He makes a car that goes back in time.
Okay. So it's called Back to the Future. Why is it called Back to the Future?
Because they go back in time.
And Marty goes back in time accidentally, and then he wants to go back to the future.
Yeah, he goes forward in the future.
Yeah, which is 1985.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the future was 1985.
That was
he had to go back to the future.
That was like when you were born, huh?
So, in that movie, do you remember in Back to the Future 2, this isn't a quiz, but he went into the future and they had flying cars and all that crazy stuff?
Okay.
Where was COVID?
They forgot about it.
They should have seen that.
They should have.
So now, I'm going to keep going down the list. We're going to go number 2, but you need to elaborate this more because we have to get this video at least 8 minutes so we can stick in commercials for these people to watch.
Oh, it'll be 8 minutes. I can just blah, blah, blah for 8 minutes.
All right. Second one, we quote this movie all the time, especially around your mother. So can you guess what this is?
I don't think I know.
Forrest Gump.
My name's Forrest Gump.
So Forrest Gump. So who was the main character in Forrest Gump?
So Ginny is his girlfriend.
Yeah, but what was the name of the main character in Forrest Gump?
Forrest. Run, Forrest.
That's right.
Right?
Well done. All right, so Forrest and Jenny.
Yeah.
I'd say there was probably one more main character.
Ooh.
It was his friend that he was on the boat with.
Ooh.
He was in the military.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you what his name is.
Lieutenant Dan.
Oh, yeah.
And what happened to Lieutenant Dan in the movie?
Ooh, he like...
Well, you got to say. They can't see what you're
yeah.
doing under the table.
I think it was during the army, right? His legs got blown off.
Yeah, they had to
amputate him.
Amputate him. Yep. Okay, so what was the? This is kind of a tougher one, even if you've seen it a million times.
I know.
What's kind of the plot?
Well, I don't know.
What's it about? If someone asked you, what is Forrest Gump about, what would you say?
I don't know. He really likes Jenny.
So, okay, he really likes Jenny. It's just the story of the life of this guy who has some,
He's
mental...
a little slower, yeah.
A little slower, yeah.
But,
Short bus.
I mean...
Oh, I said it. Now, this one we have seen multiple times, and we just watched.
Oof.
The Matrix, the first one.
Yeah, Neo.
Neo, yep.
Mm-hmm,
Who else? Name some other characters in there.
I don't know if I can.
We just watched all three of them.
I know. Just because you choose to watch it doesn't mean I want to watch it right then. You know what I'm saying?
So what are you doing when you're staring at the TV and it's
I'm
playing?
not staring at the TV.
I was watching you.
Oh, sometimes I fall asleep with my eyes open.
With your eyes open?
Yeah.
Does that happen in the bedroom too?
Sometimes.
All right, so what's so you have Neo, Morpheus.
Oh, yeah. And then, who's that one guy? When he, splits into, hundreds of them.
Oh, yeah, Agent.
Yeah.
Agent Smith.
Smith, I feel.
You know some interesting stuff. The actor who played Agent Smith also played Red Skull in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and also played Lord Elrond. Okay, all right. So what's the plot of The Matrix?
Oh, he, is in a computer. He goes into the computer.
If someone said to you, "Hey, what? Tell me about The Matrix," that would be your response.
Yeah,
he goes
I'd be
into
it's
the
kind of a
computer.
weird show. He just goes into the computer and then fights people and then.
Now this came out before we met, so it's 20. Did you see it back in that day?
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you do when you were in college?
I studied a lot.
Yeah,
I worked.
So you could be a homemaker.
Yeah, well, I got my degree in 4 years. I mean,
just because it took
some
me.
of us it took a little bit longer, and I did other sports in college, so that took up a lot of my time.
So for the record,
Yeah.
bachelor's, master's.
How long did it take though?
Moving on.
I don't have enough fingers.
Well, it's not my fault that I didn't know you had to go to class to pass.
Well,
I found that out the hard way.
yeah.
All right, so the next one. Now, this one we have watched together, but
Okay.
this one you should know. I'm pretty sure you saw this before we got together.
Okay.
But Shawshank Redemption. Come on. You've seen it, yes?
Maybe.
How do you not know if you... I know you've seen this. I've sat
Okay.
next to you while we watch this.
Okay.
Shawshank Redemption.
Uh huh.
Do you even know any clue what it's about? Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. See, you say all these names, and like, I'm not really into like movies. Like,
But you know who
actors.
Morgan Freeman is,
I
right?
do. Allstate, is that him?
Allstate is the guy from 24. You're in good hands with Allstate. So I'll give you a little bit of background. The guy is in prison.
Okay, thought it was about Alcatraz, but I don't know.
No, it's not about Alcatraz, but the guy's in prison,
Okay.
and he does,
He tries to escape.
Yes. Do you think he escapes? We've watched this
Yes.
movie together. That's what the whole movie is about. It's about his life in prison, and then he creates this huge escape. All right, moving on. So
Yeah.
this one should be pretty easy. Super popular movie in the
Okay.
late 90s, still popular today.
Okay.
It has Arnold Braunschweiger as the
Oh.
main star.
Yeah, Terminator.
Terminator 2,
Oh.
because you've probably seen that more than Terminator 1, even though both are fantastic. So, can you name...
Arnold.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger is the Terminator. Can you name another character in any of the Terminator movies?
Oh, man. Gee. You're putting me on the spot, and I don't like it.
Yeah, so who does he try to protect?
The boy.
And the boy's mother. Do you
Yeah.
remember their first names, their last name?
Man. Seriously.
Yeah. How do you not know this? We've seen the Terminator multiple
know.
times.
It's
All
not-
of the movies.
This is like useless information that, like, I watch it, and then it's just like, psh,
I'm not asking you like what model number he is. Do you know what model number he is?
T100.
So he's not the T100.
No.
They did come out with the T100. He's T800. But
Okay, well.
the fact that you knew it was a T, I'm kind
Exactly.
of T for Terminator.
Yeah.
So, what if their last names are Connor?
Oh, yeah.
So what are their first names?
Ooh. Mrs. Connor
Mrs. Connor?
and little
Little
boy
Connor.
Connor.
John and Sarah Connor.
Oh, Sarah. I should have known that.
Yeah, see?
Sarah.
That's why I'm so
Sarah
frustrated. You should have known
I know.
that. So what is the loose plot about that?
Connor. Yeah, they're trying to kill the kid.
Why? Because he's annoying?
I don't know. Arnold came to save the boy.
Well, in the first movie, he came to kill the boy's mother.
Yeah.
Because the boy... So what it is it's like the Matrix. In the future, the machines take over.
Yeah, I knew the machines were taking over, but
And
he had to drop it into the acid to like
The
kill
lava.
to kill it,
The lava. So the...
and then the eye went.
Spot on. So
Entertaining. I'm very entertaining.
you are. So anyway, the point of the movie, the plot of the movie, we should have clarified the plots of the previous movies. We'll do that right now because
yeah.
apparently you can't do any of them. Is in the
I
future,
can leave if you don't need my help.
in the future, I apparently don't need your help. In the future, the robots take over.
Yeah.
But then in the future, the humans fight back, led by somebody named John Connor. So the machines create or find some time displacement equipment, or known as time travel.
Okay.
And they go back in time to try and kill the boy before he's even born. But Arnold starts to protect him in the second movie because they reprogram him.
Yeah, I remember him riding the motorcycle with that big gun.
And many subsequent movies.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Super popular movie. We've seen it together. In fact, it's on our list to watch after Christmas because we're going to go through all the movies with the kids. But
All of what movies?
the Indiana Jones movies. So this is Raiders of the Lost Ark, the first Indiana Jones movie. Who plays Indiana Jones? I'll give you a hint. It's the same person that plays Han Solo.
Yeah, I know. You know I'm not good with actor names. Like actors in general.
Okay, Harrison Ford
Okay, yeah.
is
Yeah, that you said that, I'm like, yeah, of course he's Indiana Jones.
Indiana
Yeah.
Jones. So, what is Indiana Jones the movie about? Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, he's like trying to find the Ark.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Which Ark?
Yeah, the Ark.
So could you elaborate for our viewers?
No.
Do you because you don't want to, or you are not sure what it's called?
I don't know what it's called.
The Ark of. We owned a business.
I know.
Okay. We owned a business where an entire room
I
was
know.
themed to this.
Yeah, because that's what you chose. I mean, I had nothing to do with it. I just had to clean it all the time
All right.
and pick up the
So-
broken pieces.
This is set back in the time when the Nazis are around, so like the 40s.
Okay.
And they are seeking ultimate power to find the Ark of the Covenant, which is from the Bible. And Indiana Jones tries to find it first. It's much more entertaining than that, but
I mean, I know we had the box and we had the stones and we have,
moving
that
on,
stuff.
we're going to make this a little bit easier because we're struggling here.
Yeah, of course.
Moving on,
Maybe you should have asked the kids. They probably did a better job than I would.
Littlest X would know all of these,
That's
and he
cool.
would love. This video would be 40 minutes long because he would
probably-
tell them everything.
He would.
All right, next one specifically, I had The Dark Knight, which was the second Batman movie. But I'll let you any of the Batman movies with Christian Bale in them. You know what? Any of the Batman movies. There's about 14 of them that have been released.
Oh, cool.
Can you tell me about any of the Batman movies that were ever made? I mean, what?
Batman,
there-
Joker,
Okay, let's pick one with Joker. There was two with Joker made.
Oh, Joker wasn't in all of them?
No,
Oh. I don't watch Batman. I mean,
we've watched it together.
yeah, but that's not really my jam,
What is your jam?
But like if I was like, ooh, let's watch, I don't know.
Dr. Pimple Popper
Yeah, let's watch her.
or
And then-
The Bachelor?
Or like My Feet Are Killing Me shows, stuff like that,
Or what's the one in the guy has like 9 wives?
Like Sister Wives.
Is that what it's called?
I think so. Yeah.
Don't you watch? How?
Yeah.
I know you watch that all
Well,
the
I know.
time.
Well, it's not on right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, do you remember
He
anything?
only has 4 wives, just to get it straight.
Okay. Do you remember anything? My God, I can barely handle one. Do you remember?
I know, right?
Do you remember anything about any of the Batman movies besides Joker was in it?
And Joker was crazy. I know that.
Yes.
Like,
So there's actually 3 Batman type movies with 3 different Jokers.
gotcha.
There's actually a movie called The Joker too, with a 4th Joker.
Oh, so there's 2 Jokers in one movie named Joker.
Do you think I have statues of all of them?
I'm sure you do. And one has to look at me all the time.
One
Yeah,
of
one
the
of the
Jokers
one of the Batmans is upstairs in
Oh,
our
yeah.
TV room,
looking at you. That's right.
looking at everybody,
We have cases for that arriving very soon, hopefully.
and hopefully they come down here.
Yes, we'll figure that out. I love you.
You really don't.
They're gonna, people watch this and they think we're gonna get a divorce.
Oh, really?
Because
Because you're taking over my house with this.
You still have
creepy
2
stuff?
whole floors that are the size of this
Do
floor.
you want to clean all that
I clean all of this.
with some? You don't even clean it. You have some.
You don't know what I
expensive
do down
stuff.
here.
Oh, I do.
Are there
Cameras.
All right, number 9 and 10 are very similar.
Oh, we're at 9 and 10.
Yeah. Number 9 is Avengers: Infinity War.
Ugh.
So this is the first one with Thanos. Thanos was in 2
Little
of them.
X needs to come down here and help me.
I know, but so can you name some characters that were in this? We've seen this probably 10 times.
Okay, just because you've seen it 10 times doesn't mean I.
You're sitting in the room with me when it's on
Not all
at
the
least
time.
10 times,
Okay.
maybe more.
Okay,
Can you name
or
some
less.
characters that were in Avengers?
I'm guessing Iron Man's probably in it.
He is,
I mean,
yes.
I would hope. And Thor,
Yep.
and the Green Guy, which is the Hulk, obviously.
Okay.
And then probably Black Widow. She probably had to be in there. Maybe Scarlet Witch, or is that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So
What is the plot of those? We'll combine 9 and 10 together.
Oh. Okay.
What's the plot of the last 2 Avengers movies that came out? Thanos is in it.
Yep.
He plays a little
Yeah.
bit of a role.
Thanos is trying to get the stones to be the most powerful being. Yeah.
Okay. And when he gets those stones, because he does get them all
Yeah.
in the first
Yeah.
of those 2 movies, what does he do?
Snap.
And then what happens?
And then everybody dies.
Everybody.
Everybody. But
So-
him. But him.
But him. So is the second movie just him walking around?
No, then they all come back to life. Not all of them, but some come back to life.
Who didn't come back to life?
Iron Man.
He did. He just died at the end of the last movie, killing
Oh.
Thanos. Spoiler alert. Do you remember who snaps everybody back?
Nope.
Hulk.
Oh.
Hulk snaps everybody back. We've seen that.
I would have
probably,
never guessed.
We've probably seen that 15 to 16
Oh,
times.
Ant-Man's in that too, isn't he?
He's in, yes.
The second one.
Correct. He's not in the first one. He's the one that shows them time travel.
Yeah.
So that's how they get all the stones and
I remember
bring
Ant-Man.
everybody back. But you don't remember the Hulk snapping.
No.
All right, I just got to ask then. Last night we watched Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
What are some main characters in Home Alone 2? And this was your movie of choice.
I didn't choose this one. The kids did.
But you would have because you love it.
I do like it.
All right, so what are
It's a
some...
great Christmas movie.
It's a great movie in general.
Yeah.
So what are some characters in it?
Kevin, of course.
Okay. What's Kevin's last name?
McAllister.
Okay, whatever.
I've seen that one like 100 times.
So what you're saying is all these movies on this
Yes.
list we got to watch 100 times.
100 times.
We'll get started. What are some bad guys in Home Alone 2?
Ooh. Harry and Marv.
And what is their nickname in the second movie?
Ooh, they're the Sticky Bandits.
They're the Sticky Bandits.
Sticky
Yep.
Bandits.
So what's the plot of that movie? If someone asks, what's Home Alone 2 about?
Bad guys are trying to capture this kid.
Okay. You know, it's called Lost in New York. You kind of left out a big part of New York on that.
Okay, but they're still trying to get him.
So we had this argument last night. Kevin's staying in this great suite,
Ooh,
and not the
expensive.
suite that his parents go to later, which is like multiple floors. And I said the suite that Kevin's staying in, which was like multiple bedrooms, really high end, was at least $10,000 a night, and she said no.
Thing with the key. You
Yeah,
got one with the key.
The father. So I said that it's at least $10,000 a night for Kevin's suite, which is probably 3 times as much for the parents' suite. And she said no. So that's what we want you to comment about today. Is Kevin's suite in Home Alone 2, the one just he stays in, around $10,000 a night or not? I think it is. We've been to New York a couple times together. I've been there.
A lot of times by yourself.
Well, not by myself, but you always like to make... See, I'm just trying to ask you trivia questions, and you're making fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you.
I've been twirling really hard on this ham. I'm making a holiday ham for you, even though today's not a holiday.
I know.
And even though it's really for me.
It is for him.
Or will you eat some?
I'll try it. Yes, I will eat some.
What if I said that to your cooking? I'll try it. You know, this is better than seeing a marriage counselor if we ever need to. We can just do this.
You think we need a marriage counselor?
After this video, probably.
Oh.
But thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Go ahead and throw in the comments below if you haven't. A movie that you've watched and you have no idea what it's about. Maybe you can think of a movie or 1,000 of them like that. In the meantime, check out some of these other playlists. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram.